I'm Harry Mitsidis. I live in England. I'm half Greek, half English, and I'm the founder of Nomad Mania.
Nice. What inspired you to start Nomad Mania and how did the idea come to life?
Well, the idea was that visiting countries alone is not enough. When you visit a country, you need to explore it further. You need to really go deeper into the country. So the initial idea was to create a list of regions rather than countries in the world that people should visit. And this was now it's almost 15 years since then. So this was the initial idea. We created the website and gradually it grew to be a much bigger thing.
That's great. What was the initial vision behind creating a community for travelers with specific goals like country counting?
Well, we wanted to be a place where people can feel at home. So, first of all, mostly we want to attract people who really love the world and are curious about everywhere in the world. So, this is already a subset of the travel people because very many people call themselves travelers, but in reality, if you tell them, how would you like to go to Kigali? They may say, where's that? They may not be familiar with it. So our main audience are people who are curious about the world, and we wanted Nomad Mania to be their online home to offer content, features, and other people whom they can meet and with them travel and explore the world.
That's great to hear. As someone who has traveled extensively, what is one of the most life-changing or memorable places you've visited?
Oh, I never like this question because it forces me to choose and it's almost impossible. The world is so full of experiences, memories. I would say I'm a person who loves everywhere. Now, if I'm forced to choose a place, I tend to go two ways. I either say North Korea because it is the most unusual, bizarre, different country. And so I always tell people if you want to see one strange place, go to North Korea. The other way I go is with a country that I feel is culturally incredibly diverse, misunderstood, and physically very beautiful, and that is Afghanistan. That changed me a lot because it was my 100th country, and also the first time I went there, I had no plan, and the trip just happened for me. And by allowing myself this ability not to have a plan, in a way, it changed my way of travel.
That is so great to hear. We are happy to have you, and of course, would like to ask you one last question. You are hosting an event today of travelers and as well as operators. How do you think this is going to affect them, or how do you think this is going to impact their journeys?
Okay. Well, first of all, I must say I'm very impressed by Rwanda. I think in general, as someone who has traveled to every country in Africa, I'm very impressed by Rwanda's tourism product. And having seen that, I feel that it's important to get Rwandans on board for Nomad Mania. I think we don't have that many Rwandan members, but I believe we can make them change the way they see travel and see the world. By being part of our community, I really believe that interacting with people who are from a different culture is really the way to go forward, to begin to understand the world better and to ultimately understand yourself. So what we're trying to do here today, since we are a group of about 15 travelers who've just had a journey, is to mix these travelers who come from many different countries with the local community, with the Rwandans. And I think this is a win-win for both, because we may have explored Rwanda as a country and we saw a lot of beauty, but we haven't really interacted too much with day-to-day Rwandans. So for the foreigners, this is very useful. But I think for the Rwandans, this is also extremely interesting to meet these travelers who get inspired and ultimately to inspire themselves.
All right, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.